goat versus goat. Who's it gonna be? Juliank versus Kaiserklein. A goat of the past. That could have been ghost of the past, but goat of the past. They both kind of work well when you're talking about Kaiserklein. Goat of the past takes on goat of the current. Julian is kind of the goat of the current era. You've had different goats, and people were thinking, "What? Why do you keep saying goat, Lionheart?" For anyone who doesn't know what that means, any non-English speakers, the GOAT stands for greatest of all time. And we got Kaiserklein versus Juliank. Juliank has changed his name to his website. These guys were playing. This was sent to me by Julian. Thank you for sending this over to me, Julian. Julian does stream quite regularly. So, guys, if you want to catch Julian's stream on Twitch, any of you Twitch stream watchers out there, his link's always in the description below. I always put everyone's YouTube and Twitch and stuff on the description. So if you want to catch any of that, just go ahead. Kaiserklein with his classic, shit talk. These guys were playing a lot of games, so there's probably... What are they talking about here? I mean, you made 15 pikes, 5 bows versus 4 hus. Little too much in it. It's trash. I think that's Kaiserklein's favorite word is trash. You're trash. It's trash. Your build is trash. Your civ is trash. Anything he doesn't play is trash. Trash. And it's just so funny when a Frenchman says it. Yeah. Your build is trash. Oh, yeah. While smoking some cigarettes and eating some croissants. Your build is trash. That's not a very good French, but anyways. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Kaiserklein is playing as France, and he's in light blue, or teal, do we call them? Sky blue is a nice way of saying it. And he's picked up a nice wood treasure. He's going to be picking up another nice 90 food here, so very, very nice treasures he's picked up here. Couldn't ask for better than that. He's keeping his scout close as well, just to help with these treasures. They do have an extra 5 damage multi, and that stacks up, and it saves the HP from your explorer. That probably, having that scout here and here, kept his explorer alive there, because his explorer's only on 77 HP. So nice play there by Kaiser. So have a quick look at his deck. His agent with 13 Vils. The most standard of standard decks. To be expected with Kaiser. We'll see how he utilizes that deck to the best of his ability. Now let's go have a little cheeky gander over at Juliank. It's a nice map for Germany, because Germany, they want to get that TP in transition. Villager's already going over to wood. As soon as he clicks that age up, it's going to be the quartermaster. But he wants to sneak in 200 wood at least to get that sneaky TP. His explorer's going to be walking towards that way. And already he's going to be putting it down a TP. Reason I say the map's quite good is because obviously it's a very safe TP. So it's very difficult to take down because it's behind his opponent's TC. So both these guys... probably both of these guys will be going for a trade post boom. It's very much a favorite with the top players. Top players love going greedy with the TP boom on this map. They just can't resist because it's a safe TP line. It's just like they can't resist. They froth at the gash. Like, TP boom, must be greedy. It's literally a legit impression of Julian there. And yeah, Kaiser's already gone for it. So we'll see Kaiser almost aged up. Nice age up time. 4 minutes. Went for the 13 village up. He got that 90 food, don't forget. So a 13 village up with no delay is really, really nice. 4 Courier de Boers coming in. CDBs. And then 700 gold behind it. So it looks like a semi-FF here. Are we going to see a barracks or a stable go down? Probably highly unlikely, because he spent 200 of that wood on Stagecoach. Like I said, can't resist but not be greedy. Still traps is coming in. Yeah, so no, absolutely zero infrastructure really, other than the TP. So no military infrastructure. He is going to have railway materials. I've never seen railway materials. That's a really cool treasure, and that's going to be worth 80 wood. And yeah, so playing this basically like a semi-FF, but instead of a barracks, putting down another trading post, and then with the extra 200 wood, going for stagecoach. So nice build here. You see 700 gold's going to come in. He's going to need to put a few more villagers on gold. Or what he'll probably do is, because he has steel traps, it's probably just more effective, and I think he just did it there. It's probably more effective just to sell the food. Just sell the food rather than mine it. It's way more efficient. It's way more efficient. Julian, on the other hand, what is he doing? He has put some military infrastructure down. He has gone for double TP stagecoach on top of this. So not going to be aging up as quickly as Kaiser, but might be able to do some work with his units. Don't forget, Germany do get 3 units with each age up. He's currently going to be using those 3 Ulons for picking up treasures, which is really good. It's a nice use of them, and gets his second shipment in, and that's going to give him a grand total of 4 Ulons. So that's a nice raiding mass. It's definitely nicer than 2. I think he's just keeping... I like this. Look at this. He's just keeping this barracks. He hasn't scouted Kaiser, so he doesn't know if, likely in this sort of scenario, you would likely see cavalry. So because he doesn't know if cavalry is coming or not, he's just constantly keeping pikemen on rotation, cancelling it like you just seen, and then he'll put it back again just in case. And he did that a few times just in case there was cavalry coming. So really nice, because obviously if cavalry are there, and your pikemen are 3/4 of the way done, bang, you're going to have 5 pikemen to protect them, your villagers, instantly, rather than have to start it all over again. So again, just saving seconds, potential seconds, and that's what you have to do at a top level. Almost killed a villager there, but Kaiserklein got all of his villagers inside the TC just in time. Kaiserklein has aged up very fast as well. 2 Ulons died, so 2 survive. And Julian is on his way age up. He's getting great coats in. Harrison would be proud. Still traps coming in. And he's managed to put down a stable as well. He's got both of his TPs on wood. That's obviously the most efficient way of having stagecoach. The same with Kaiserklein. Both on wood. Still picking up treasures. Still using his explorer. Still getting XP. Still getting those cheeky resources. And every resource, every little edge counts. So, guys, a little tip for you. Don't forget about your explorer. When you age up, your explorer is relevant all the way through the game. It's just relevant in different ways. Age 1, it's very relevant for picking up treasures, building TPs. Age 2, very important in those early skirmishes where there's only a few units and your explorer has lots of HP. It can get the snare on things. So very, very useful in early age 2. And for still picking up treasures Age 3, you can pick up those big treasures if you've got some units as well, like the big XP treasures. It's still very useful for essentially tanking in battle. Age 4, with Europeans, you get the Eye of the Assassin button for them, which can kill pretty much any unit in one hit. A Spahi, bang, 1 goes down. A Kerr, bang, 2 goes down. Etc, etc. So, a sign of a good player is a player that uses his hero very effectively throughout the game. Very, very effectively throughout the game, not just in the first 5 minutes of the game. So guys, get used to your Explorer hotkey, which the standard is E. Get used to pressing E a lot, going to your Explorer, constantly pressing that E button and using your Explorer. Never forget about it. Even when you're being rushed. Very useful to have your Explorer. Right, we've got some classic Age 3 skirmishes coming on right now. And yeah, it's going to be a skirm goon fest from both sides. Kaiser though, he's got 9. Okay, he's made 9 dragoons, and he shipped 3 Kurs and made 3 Kurs. So he wants to go for this early cav switch, possibly to catch Julian off guard. building these houses in a nice wall formation here. His villagers are going to have a really nice, safe-ish second mine. There's normally a third mine around here somewhere, but his hasn't spawned, unfortunately. So his next mine's going to be here or here. But by then, you know, he'll have a lot more units on the field. Julian taking the middle of the map. Now, this is a great map. I think it's called Wallachia, this map. Really, really great map. For anyone who doesn't know, taking control of these city towers is really, really good and really, really important. Not only is it just a normal outpost, it's an outpost that gives you 0.5 XP. So that's half a TP, essentially. That's essentially half a TP. So you take 2 of them, it's a TP. You take 4 of them, all of them, it's about 2.5 TPs worth of XP. So, and it gives you lots of line of sight. Obviously, it's still an outpost as well, so it helps you. It's just very good for taking map control. And look at the score. There's 100. There's not even that. There's 70 score. There was 70 score in it. Very fresh. So close. And that is, of course, to be expected by these 2 absolute goats of the game. 2 Falconets is popping, and that is when Kaiserklein feels like he's got his timing. If you can use the 2 Falconets in the shipment. Oh, Julian deletes his outpost. He's doing an absolute runner for it. Look at this. Kaiserklein using his Explorer. Like I said about using Explorer, he was using his Explorer as a buffer to be further in front than his main army to get really good line of sight of what his opponent is doing, what units are coming in, and just so he can maneuver his units in an even better position. And you saw there, he did that by putting his Falconets and getting a shot off. So again, you know, just really, really good use of his Explorer there. He's got his Scout over here. I love that. Look, the Scout is just kind of like chilling over here. Probably want that Scout over here where a gold mine is, because he could scout this gold mine very, very easily. Cavalry combat now coming in for Kaiser. So very early. Look at this. Again, Julian using his Explorer in early age 3 to scout where Kaiserklein is, because he's moving in now. So he wants to know where all his units are so he can position himself in a good position. And I like the way he deleted that outpost, because he deleted it because he knew he was backing up and he was going to be on the retreat. So before he comes back, he doesn't want Kaiserklein to have it and to have that advantage, that line of sight advantage, etc., etc. And a nice cav switch coming in here. Look, with cavalry combat, 31 vils. These goons and these curs are going to benefit very, very greatly from that. Let's go have a look over at Julian. Now, he doesn't get XP quite as quick because Germany's XP is the amount of shipments you get comes in slower, and that's just one of the negatives with Germany, because obviously their shipments are insane because they get free units with all of them. He's already got cavalry combat in, so look at all of these deadly Uhlans, 25 of them, and 7 war wagons. Is 7 war wagons going to be enough though? And he's buffing them with cavalry cuirass. So he wants to wait for that arsenal tech to come in. That's very expensive. 250 wood for the arsenal. I believe it's 250 wood. Yeah, 250 wood. And that tech there costs 300 gold. But it will be worth it if it comes in. Like I say, these Uhlans, 257 HP. Going to get an extra, what, 10% on top of that? 276 now. Getting towards the 300, and they'll get 300 hit points pretty much when that cavalry hit point comes in. So nice. Kaiserklein picking off 1, 2, 3. There's going to be a 4. Oh, 4, 5. He's playing bowling. 10-pin bowling. He's going to get half a strike there. And settler wagons now. But has he overexerted himself there? Uhlans diving in to defend those villagers. Is it going to be enough? He has to back up, puts himself in a better position. Goons are going to get some more pop-off. The Falconets are there, but they're going to get sniped very, very quickly. Oh, the Falconets didn't fire on the skirms, and now it's just an absolute massacre, and this is what Germany does so well. Uhlans just swarm like the Zerg, and Kaiserklein is he's using the skirms to attack the war wagons. The goons are attacking the cab, which is perfect, but is it going to be enough? There's still some curs alive. They're going to go straight onto the skirmishers. This is such a close fight. And I think Germany are going to win just about. But the amount of villagers that went down there for Julian, Kaiser comes out of this fight much better. Probably going to kill another villager there. Wow, there's like 7 or 8 villagers gone down here. And the scores are pretty even, although Kaiser slightly favored. But now, So because the fight was very even, but he lost eco on top of that, so now Kaiser's going to pull away because of his eco. He is getting ranged cavalry caracal. Wow, that is a very expensive tech for 3 war wagons. We see here 16 range to 18 range. Does give them an extra range attack, I think, as well. Didn't know it did that. Did it give it extra range attack? I don't know. But it definitely gave him an extra 2 range, which is nice. So he's going to have to now invest in war wagons to make that worth it, essentially. And Julian knows he's on a timer here because he's lost villagers. He doesn't want to wait this out now because he knows it will be a slow death because his opponent has better eco than him. CDB's been able to tank. One of them goes down. Probably wants to. Kaiser will probably want to do a villager pull here. But this is the right play by Julian. He knows he needs to make something happen. He needs to do some damage to his opponent. Otherwise, he will lose out on the economy. Skirm versus skirm action. Kerr's getting involved there, just tanking because they have that range resist. Very effective to let Kerrs tank the damage as opposed to your skirmishers because they have range resist. $31 vils for Julian. He's got 8 settler wagons, so he's on essentially 39 villagers. Both these guys got double stagecoach. Kaiserklein's on 37 villagers, so not quite as much population-wise, but don't forget these are CDBs. So they're basically 1.25. They're 1 1/4 worth of villagers. So he's got definitely has the economy lead here. Not by miles, but by enough, if you know what I mean. Diving in now, Kaiser. He's got the economy lead. He doesn't need to be doing this, but he wants to finish the game. But Kerrs are so tough. Kerrs are so tough. And the goons firing against the Ulons in the background as well. My goodness me, those Kerrs are going to make a mess. The skirms need to take down these war wagons very, very quickly. The last Kerr goes down valiantly. He's bringing his explorer back. Look, getting that snare, tanking a full hit of all of his skirms. Oh, villagers surviving on 5 HP there. Minutemen coming in as well. More cav coming in with a beautiful 3 war wagon shipment with, what is this, 8? I don't... This Civ just shits out units. It just shits out units. And is Julian, like I said, he's still on that timer. He is still on that timer. And I think he knows it. Although, somehow, he's up in score. How is he up in score? Maybe because the Kerr's going down. The Kerrs are very expensive. But does Kaiser need to make any more heavy cav? I don't think he does. I think he just needs to go skirm goon here, honestly. Just because Julian's going to be forced to make more war wagons here. So he's going to be forced to continually make war wagons. Because he knows that Kaiserklein is making cav. So now by understanding that, if you're a good player, right, and you've been making heavy cavalry, you're instilling in your opponent's mind, right, he's making heavy cav, therefore I need to make anti-cav. And now if you stop making cav, your opponent's going to continue making anti-cav. And then you can, knowing that, you can just make skirmishes, which will counter him. It's what that's how these strategy games work. It's a real-time strategy. That strategy is in there for a reason. That's certainly what I would be thinking right now. But Kaiserklein probably just going to pursue with the Kerrs. We'll have to wait and see. These 5 Kerrs would be very, very good at raiding. Does Kaiserklein see this? And this is why. Look, his scout is on 10 HP, and it's been on 10 HP for the last 10 minutes. And even though it gets it in age 1, losing some villagers there as an arsenal goes down, but even with that, that scout has allowed him to pick up some villagers here, at least get that eager. Oh my God! All these villagers are going to go down. There's so many. There is so many. Oh my God, Kaiser, you naughty, naughty boy. Those croissants and cigarettes. Whoa, you are cooking, boy. And now Julian needs to make something happen. Even more so, he needs the counter push. He wants to end the game right now because, again, he knows he's down in eco by quite a substantial amount. So needs to make... He in his mind, he either wins the game now or he loses. He either wins the game now or loses over a very slow amount of time. But we'll see if the CDB pool is going to be enough here. The goons are going in. The goons are firing. I tell you what, there's so many Ulons. Are the Ulons going to die quickly enough? And so the Kurz do act as a good meat shield, I have to say. The Kurz do act as a good meat shield here, but Kaiserklein's targeting the war wagons. I think he needs to target the Ulons, and so many CDBs are going down! So many CDBs going down, and even though the villager pool is there and the villagers are tanking so much HP, there's just so many Ulons. Germany is such a disgusting civilization. Like I said, they shit out units. 31 vills for Julian. Kaiser on 30. It's very, very close. Like, how hard can it be to win this? One goat says to another, but Kerr's coming in, and there's no anti-cav right now. Are we going to have another turnaround of this game? Damn, kill that Ulon. There it goes. I think 3 Kerrs will be enough here. Julian putting his skirmishers on the stagger mode. And for anyone who doesn't know, Kerrs have area of effect. Look at that, 2 area of effect damage. So when you're fighting against them with skirmishers, you want to put them on stagger mode to negate that area of effect damage. But look at this. There I was talking about not making Kerrs, and making Kerrs is likely going to win in the game here. Absolutely insane, cleaning those skirmishers up. I tell you what, though, Julian has killed a lot of villagers. How many settler wagons do it? Let's go over to Julian.
Yeah.
So he was on 7, so an extra 7. I tell you what, Julian, after that fight, losing all of those CDBs here, Julian actually has the eco advantage. So funnily enough, even though he cleaned up all those skirmishers, Germany are still up in score. Do we have to admit that Germany are just an OP civilization right now? Or is Julian just that good? Which is a very, very realistic, option here. He really is this good, even against the best of the best. Just more Ulons coming in. Is 5 goons going to be enough? He does have 1 Kerr there. Okay, Julian sniping the goons, which is nice. See, I think Kaiser should be shooting these Ulons as soon as he sees them coming in, because Ulons are still relatively weak. They have 304 HP now, but they can die to skirmishers if you kite well enough. It would even be worth having skirmishers on stagger mode, even against cavalry that don't have area of effect, just because the stagger mode, basically, if you've got skirmishers attacking cav and cav are attacking your skirms, always have your skirmishers on stagger mode, because not only does it negate the area of effect from heavy cav, but against things like Ulons, more of your units, whenever you fire, more of your units are going to shoot rather than melee, because you've got wider distance in all of your units. Does Kaiser call it? Wow, as I'm talking about stagger mode, all of a sudden Kaiser just calls it. And look at this. I mean, he had the gold mine. Was it really over? Kaiserklein known for being a bit of a rager, but I think he just looks at the score. And look at the score at the end of this game. 3K difference. Julian has the map here as well, with that outpost being a nuisance. He's got a gold mine here. I mean, Kaiser has the gold mine over here, but does he have any herds? He's kind of ran out of herds a little bit as well, so he has to walk over here for herds. There's not a lot of herds for him, and I think he just gives up. Guys, the old school goat versus the new age goat. What a fantastic game. Kaiserklein, a little bit out of practice, but these guys were playing. This is one game of about 10 that these guys played. And Julian sent me this one because it was one of the most interesting, and just constant back and forth. Just this was just a beautiful display of micro as well. Like, it's just both these guys, just absolutely phenomenal. Look, villagers dying everywhere. If we go to villager population, so that was that first big attack, first raid killed 5 villagers there, and then another big one here killed another what? Wow, 8 villagers there, insane. 8 villagers and 5 villagers. 13 villagers he killed. 13 villagers he killed, and Julian was still able to turn the game around. Yes, he got a huge raid here, but doing that damage to that economy, wow, and still getting back into this game. Damn, I mean, I don't blame Kaiser for being mad. Germany are a very, very good civ. But Julian, just phenomenal display of timing, micro, macro, you name it. Guys, hope you enjoyed that one. And I will catch you in the next game. Peace.